Pokemon FireRed Permadeath with only Mankey's evolution. Here are the rules. I start by picking my ripped Mankey named Keto. After barely surviving the first battle with my rival named Veggies, I receive and deliver Oak's Oak in return for Pokeballs. After that, I grind to level 13 and did the optional rival battle. He was the weakling though, and did almost nothing against us. After that, I squashed some bug-loving weirdos in Verdian Woods to reach Pewter City, where I challenged Brock. He was a cinch, but Mankey was a fighting type, so what were we really expecting? Next, I hike through Mount Moon, clobber some salesmen, and take the wrong fossil I totally just found.
I totally didn't steal it, that's what you're thinking.
After reaching the other side, I find these two idiots who care way too much about hitting stuff. Of course, I take advantage of them and have them teach Keto both Mega Punch and Mega Kick for fighting Misty. Speaking of Misty, immediately after arriving at Cerulean, she's the first thing we fight.
After grinding, of course.
She leads with Staryu, who was pathetic, but Starmie hit us hard with Eater Pulse. I love autocorrect. Starmie hit us hard with Water Pulse, and even makes me heal Keto, but it didn't matter much because we were back at low health again in literal moments due to Water Pulse. So with that, I just go in and Mega Kick Starmie to death, barely scraping by with only red health. That was close. Next we fight Veggies on the Nugget Bridge, and I got embered and I show you kind his whole team facing. Oh yeah, and Keto also evolved around this point, but I'm reviewing the footage and I can't find him evolving, so...
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Next we head to Vermilion City, where we sure you can some people's faces in,
including Veggies,
and sink the SSN. Hey look, Driftwood. After that, I catch a Meowth named Insert Name Here, and teach him Cut with that magic piece of Driftwood. After that, we use this newfound power to bust into the Electric Gym and show you can Lieutenant Surgeon some mission. Next I wander in the dark through Rock Tunnel till we reach Lavender Town. Now I can't think of a reason to skip town, so now I'm frustrated so I'm skipping town! After headed to Celadon City just west, the first thing we do is easily sweep Erica in the grass gym. Then we head to the salesman's hideout and insta Shoryuken Giovanni on the way out. I called his mama fat and he got real mad and threw the sliff scope at me. After that we do something different. Instead of going straight back to Lavender Town, we instead get tea from this nice lady and use it to roofie this guard. Why am I allowed on this platform? So we get tea from this nice lady used to roofie this guard so we can get into Saffron City early now. There's nothing we could do here at the moment besides take on the dojo and fight the clan Perpetual Stuff Hitters, so I go on ahead and do that. And if you're wondering which strength slave I chose, Keto's brother! Adopted! Next we head back to Lavender Town to climb Pokemon Tower. While there, I Liu Kang bicycle kick Veggie's team and realize that I have something I want to say. I just want to say thank you for watching. You're awesome. And it would be greatly appreciated if you subscribed. You see, if we get enough subscribers, I'll be able to affiliate market and make some money so I can cook you guys up more videos. You also get a cool product recommendation nearly every time I upload. So go right on ahead and join the Shortstop Army, fam. Really means the world to me, but even then, guess what? You know I'm gonna say it. It still doesn't mean as much as you guys. Also, I'll begin to say that if I affiliate mark on this video, I do get a commission for every sale and I am affiliated with these people. Thank you for supporting. Massive thank you to all the people who buy the stuff. After reaching the top of Pokemon Tower, I save Mr. Fuji from some telemarketers, and then head south, fighting my way through the K-pop fandom, till I reach Fuchsia City. Upon arriving, I head to the Safari Zone, and get Surf in the Warden's Teeth. I also catch a Surf slave named Quads, and a Fly slave named Tiffer Rex. Don't ask. And yes, this thing can fly. Next up is the Poison Gym, where we fight Koga. He could have been bad if he made his coughing and wheezing blow up, but he didn't. Next we get the HM Strength from a thankful warden, and we make our way back to Saffron, where we get by the still roofied guard and pretend like we didn't already know that the city was overrun by salesmen. Salesmen or not, we still storm the Swiftco building. While there we find that both Veggies and Giovanni are both still doo-doo dunderheads, and that it's funny, usually Swiftco is more important in my awful brain aneurysm storyline, but this time not so much. Anyway, before leaving Saffron, we challenge Sabrina and add her to our Dunderhead rank too. Next I fly to Pallet Town and surf south till I reach a communist nation ruled by Blaine. I don't know how to segue this to the Blaine fight, so he leads with Growlithe, who was a one-shot, and the same with Ponyta. His Rapidash, however, held on with a sliver of health and landed a Fire Blast. Blaine tried to heal it, but our next turn we one-shot it anyway, so whatever. Last is Arcanine. We hit him with a cross chop, but he held on with just under half half health and shot back with a fire blast, taking us down to below half health with him too. I decided to take a chance and attack instead of healing, and we finished him off with one more cross chop.
No!
Next, I skip the island arc and fight Giovanni and Verdi in town instead. It's more interesting, right? Unless you count the poisoning.
No.
Before Victory Road, we gotta deal with Veggies again, and oh boy. He leads with Pidgeotto, who is a 2-shot, but before we could take him down, he landed a Feather Dance, slowing our speed. Next is Alakazam, who is an easy 2-shot. Next is Charizard. Oh boy. We hit him with our return, only taking a third of his health. Next, he retaliated with a wing attack that did nothing but hurt. In return, we hit him with another return, and this time, instead of wing attack for payback, he used flamethrower, almost killing us. Next turn, we finish him off, but we're still weak, so when Rhyhorn came out, I took the opportunity to heal. From there, the rest of his team was fairly easy, consisting of 2 shots and 3 shots, that weren't very impressive. That champ fight is gonna be tough, isn't it? Anyway, before we fight the Elite Four, we gotta grind. And while we wait, I was wondering, do you guys want me to get straight to the fights like a boss rush? Or do you want me to ramble about headed to the different towns and making bad jokes along the way? Just curious, because I want to make the best content possible for you guys, so if you have a preference, just comment it down below. It'd really make the quality of my videos more consistent. Okay, grinding done. Elite Four time. First up, we gotta deal with Lorelei. She leads with Dugong, who is an easy 1-shot return crit, only after getting healed once and starting its hail. Next is Slowbro, who is an easy return 2-shot. Next is Cloyster, who got 1-shot with Karate Chop. Next is Jinx, who is also a 1-shot, this time with return. And last is Lapras, who landed 1 pathetic Surf and went down to 2 returns. Next goof is Bruno, who is
typical Bruno.
Next member of the Freak Show is Agatha, and everything was peachy till her second Gengar poison Keto, but even with that, she was still just dead weight. Last loser 4 member is Lance. He leads with Gyarados, who is an easy 2-shot, and only did a little damage, but Aerodactyl is rough. Not only does he hit terrifying damage with his wing attacks, but he also gets healed and even crits us twice, forcing us to heal multiple times. It's a back and forth fight, but we managed to brute force our way through this. Next is Dragonite, who had the potential to be so much worse than Aerodactyl because his wing attacks hit somehow even harder. But fortunately, Lance is an idiot, and after using a couple of highly effective wing attacks, he used Outrage, locking himself into using it. After that, Dragonite went down easy. His last 2 Dragonairs, both of which dragged the battle out with Paralysis and Outrage, but were never an actual threat. Now, I think we all know what time it is. Veggies leads with Pidgeot, who is easy, with the only main casualty being he hit Sand Attack once. Next is Alakazam, who is a 1-shot with return. Next is the real final boss, Charizard. We hit him with return, taking nearly half of his health, only for him to follow up with a critical Fire Blast, forcing us to heal. After that, we tussle for a minute, hitting each other with aerial aces, and us getting hit with one more Fire Blast before we finally managed to bring him down. Next is Executor, who isn't that tough, so we take the opportunity to heal. What happens next is the real funny part. We keep nearly knocking him out with every hit, and Veggies just feels the need to keep wasting his healing items on him until he runs out. After that, we finish Executor off, and next is Rhydon, who is a 1-shot with Earthquake. And last is Water Onyx, who hit Dragon Rage and Thrash, making him take extra time to heal. But guess what? His Thrash ended up confusing him, causing him to hit himself in confusion on his last sliver of health, finishing him off.
Go watch my other terrible videos or you're a chunky boy like
Making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Can't fret over every